What's up, Alcien Wrestling fans? Navarro here, and I want to welcome you guys to the NXT edition of the Pay-Per-View Preview. Now, for those of you who don't know about the stuff that I do on this type of podcast, I just go over the matches that are taking place for this Saturday's NXT Takeover 30 um, and give my thoughts on them and how I feel about them. So, without further ado, let's get started. Now, the first match that I will be talking about in this podcast, it has not been confirmed yet, but just in case it is, we have Santos Escobar defending his Cruiserweight championship against Isaiah Swerve Scott. In my opinion, I would have already thought that this match, with the way it's been built up, you would think it would have already been advertised or even confirmed, but NXT and WWE haven't really said anything about this match. I hope it happens because I'm a huge fan of Legado del Fantasma. Um, I definitely like the way they've been booked. They've been built up ever since coming back to the WWE to NXT with how they've all been paired together. It definitely makes sense, and their group is like something that I've never seen before. And the same thing goes with Isaiah. I definitely like his wrestling style. I'm definitely a huge fan of him as well. The cruiserweight as a whole in WWE is right now is doing really good, and in my opinion, if this match happens, it will definitely probably go to Santos Escobar because let's face it, it's too early for him to lose that title. Um, he's definitely got a lot more left in him while he holds the cruiserweight championship. I definitely want him to defend it against the real cruiserweight champion. But with the whole thing with this pandemic going on, you never know when that's gonna happen. So for right now, I think the if this match happens, I definitely think that the title should definitely stay with Santos Escobar. If the match happens. Now moving on to the confirmed matches that we have set for this Saturday, we have a number one contenders triple threat tag team match between Oni Larkin and Danny Burch versus Ligado del Fantasma and Breezango, and the winners will go on and face Imperium for the NXT Tag Team Championships. Now, I don't know if this is going to be later on in the show or in the future. But either way, in my opinion, I think this match should go to Breezango because ever since they've been brought back down to NXT, they haven't usually been used for much other than the feud that they've been having with Ligado del Fantasma. And in my opinion, it's about time that they receive championship gold. I definitely, if it's not, then either give one of them, the cruiserweight championship sometime in the future. But I really want to see them be champions soon. And this would be a perfect way to give them that those the number one contendership against two other great teams. Don't get me wrong. Like I said, Ligado en Fantasma is one of my favorite factions going on right now in WWE and NXT as a whole. And so are Danny Burch and Oni Larkin. All three of these teams are amazing. But in my opinion, this is Breezango's match for the taking, and I actually do hope that the tag team championships are defended later on that night, even though that match hasn't been confirmed yet either. So we'll just have to wait and see. But I got a feeling this is going to be a great match to kick off the NXT Takeover 30 pay-per-view. Now in the next match we have Timothy Thatcher facing off against Finn Balor in a one-on-one match. Um, Now, this match, in my opinion, it kind of has no build up or lead up to it, other than the triple threat match that both of these gentlemen had against Dexter Loomis. That's the only kind of build up that I can think of right now. If I could be wrong, but I got a feeling that they're kind of working towards building Finn Balor up some more, kind of leading him into that NXT Championship picture, um, and for Timothy as well. If he beats Finn, that's pretty huge for somebody like him. He's an upcoming star in NXT, a future champion, in my opinion. And what better way for him to show what he's got than pulling out a victory against Finn Balor? But in my opinion, I believe this match is probably going to go to Finn Balor, given the way how things ended this past Wednesday. You kind of saw like Finn Balor or Timothy getting the upper hand on Finn by screwing him out of the ladder match that's taking place this Saturday for the North American Championship. Uh, so the build up right now, it's leading me to believe that this is Finn's for the taking. Now I could be wrong. I hope I'm wrong because I want to see um, Timothy being pushed um, more than what he's been pushed right now. Kind of like into a title picture, maybe the North American Championship picture. But either way, this how this match goes. I'm pretty sure it's gonna be great. Both of these superstars, you know, they do amazing things once they get to the ring. Um, Finn Balor's more of a high flyer. He does all those cool tricks and stuff like that. And Timothy, he's a submission machine. He knows how to work the bones. He knows how to manipulate bones. He knows how to do all that stuff that really tortures his opponent, and he does it great. So either way this match ends or goes down, I'm pretty sure it's going to be a one to watch. Now, following the match with Finn and Timothy, we have Pat McAfee facing off against Adam Cole in a one-on-one match. Um, this rivalry, it was, in my opinion, it kind of started off fast. It started off through a podcast um, that Pat McAfee was doing with Adam Cole. It was very unexpected. I did not think this match was going to happen at Takeover 30, but I'm kind of excited for it. Pat McAfee was in the NFL. Um, he was a great athlete, and it's common for most athletes after they leave the UFC or they leave NFL or basketball or whatever professions they had before. It's kind of been like a natural thing for them to um, go over to the wrestling or the professional wrestling and try it out. So I'm pretty eager to see what his wrestling skills are like. Now he definitely has good kicking skills. He knocked out Adam with just one kick. So that alone, it got me hyped to this match. Um, and Adam, this could be, whether he wins or he loses, this could be a great setup for him, um, either going to the main roster or getting back into the championship picture. So whichever way this match ends, it's going to be great for both superstars. If, like I said, if Adam wins or loses, it'll be great for him. If Pat wins, it'll be great for him. A great debut for him. Who else has said that they beat Adam Cole in their debut match in the WWE? Nobody. Only one man has the power to do that, and that can be Pat McAfee. So we never know. And either way this match ends, it's still going to be great in my opinion. Now in the next match, we have the ladder match for the NXT North American Championship. And the match consists of 5 superstars, which are Velveteen Dream, Johnny Gargano, Damian Priest, um, Bronson Reed, and Cameron Grimes. It's definitely great to see these superstars that are taking place. It's definitely great to see that WWE is focusing on all 5 of these superstars. But I was kind of expecting for it to be a ladder match with superstars that haven't been. It's only 2, but superstars that haven't been champions that haven't held the North American Championship. I was hoping that WWE would kind of book all 5 superstars that have never been um, North American champion before, but it's not a bad thing. Velveteen and Johnny Gargano are 2 amazing superstars. I love both of their ring skills, um, but I kind of wanted to see all 5 superstars being superstars that haven't held that championship. Um, but it is what it is. I'm pretty sure this match is going to be awesome because we have Damian Priest, Bronson Reeves, and Cameron Grimes. All of these superstars are great at what they do. They definitely earn their spots. I was definitely bummed when I read that Dexter was out of the match. At first, that was the person that I was going to put my money on. But now I really don't know who's going to win the match. I hope it's one of the 3 men that haven't held the championship before. I got a feeling it's going to be Cameron, but who knows? It may be Velveteen again. It may be Johnny. I hope it's somebody new, but hey, we never know. Anyways, this match is whichever way this match ends. I know I've said this many times before with other matches, but seriously, anytime that NXT has a pay-per-view, they pull out all the stops, and I'm pretty sure that or when they have a ladder match, I'm pretty sure it's not going to be any different with this match. Now, in the second championship match, we have Io Shirai defending her NXT Women's Championship against Dakota Kai. Now, the way this match was being set up throughout the weeks, it was kind of leading me to believe that Raquel was moving on to the main roster and forming part of Retribution. But no, on Wednesday we saw her help Dakota Kai, kind of get away from Io, kind of, really hurting Io bad before their match this Saturday. They were leading or building up this match like it was gonna be Dakota, either winning or losing on her own, kind of building her up like she didn't need anybody, and I fed into it. I thought, they're just gonna wipe Raquel Gonzalez from existence in NXT, and I was looking forward to seeing Dakota showing what she's got. Um, it was kind of unexpected, but I got outsmarted. I definitely did not see that coming. This kind of swerves my decision as to who is winning this match on Saturday. At first, I was thinking, it's Eos for the taking. Now I'm leaning more on Dakota. I could be wrong since Io has been a champion only since Takeover in Your House, which hasn't been that long. So I hope that they leave the title around Io for a while. But either way, I'm pretty sure both of these women are gonna blow the roof off the place. Anytime um, a woman in NXT or in the WWE, or more likely in NXT, turns heel, they kind of become like more cutthroat, in my opinion. It's a definitely a great move for women in NXT to turn heel because they become badass. Um, and for both of these women, it's worked out. So now that we get to see both of them square off um, in a match, it's I'm pretty sure it's gonna be a main event type of match. And in the main event, we have the NXT Championship match where the new NXT champion, Keith Lee, will defend his NXT Championship against Karrion Kross. Now, don't get me wrong, I'm very excited about this match. I can't wait to see how it turns out, but I wish it didn't happen as soon as it did because I want Keith Lee to have his championship for a while, and I want Karrion Kross to win the NXT Championship. Um, I don't want the role that both of these superstars are going in right now to stop, and I have a feeling one of one of them is going to no duh like one of them is gonna lose, but their momentum is gonna switch up, and I got a feeling it's gonna be carrying the Cross's momentum that's gonna shift, and because Keith has been a champion since the Great American Bash, so that's a short reign if he was to lose the NXT championship. But if he was to move up to the main roster after that, that would be dope too. We have the draft coming up. We don't know when, but we know it soon. It got confirmed not too long ago. Um, but like I said, I just wish this match would have happened, later on in the year. Um, but either way, the way this match has been building up, it's gotten me pretty excited. This is the match that I am the most excited for, other than the NXT Women's Championship. Um, all of these matches are great. Don't get me wrong; they're amazing. It's a stacked card, but this match, it's gonna be something different, and I'm very eager to see how this pay-per-view as a whole turns out. Now that brings us to the end of the NXT edition of the pay-per-view preview podcast. Be on the lookout for my SummerSlam edition of the pay-per-view preview podcast that will be coming out on Saturday. So be on the lookout for both of these, or for the SummerSlam episode. I also have another podcast that I will be premiering soon. Um, the pandemic and the whole thing with the COVID-19 is kind of messing up my schedule, so I apologize that I haven't been, you know, premiering or coming out with new podcasts. But definitely don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel. Like all my videos, comment on them. Comment on what are the videos you think I should do. Give me tips on what I should do. Um, and yeah, also don't forget to like all my content on Instagram and give me a follow there. It's at Oddsien Wrestling, just like on here. But that's it for this episode, guys. I want to thank you guys for tuning in, and I'll see you guys next time.